And it plays in our political psyche a lot. You know, it happens every single time. And in some ways, it's sort of like a transference of responsibility from us as responsible people. It's like, we elected these people in office.
As we say, religion is the opium of the people.
Yes.
Not always for good reasons. But I think as citizens, we need to be rational in terms of, yes, our leaders are chosen by God, but our leaders need to do certain things for us. And we need to be able to figure out whether or not they're delivering on their promises. And we live in an age in which we measure things.
Right.
And so if you're talking about these manifestos, for example, how are you going to be able to measure the deliverables? Because that is the only way that as citizens we stay engaged. Because the tendency is to assume that once we elect a government, things will work normally.
Right.
That they deliver.
But that's not true.
It's not true, and that is why every 5 years we are complaining that government is not doing ABC. So we need to be able to remember that our responsibility as citizens does not start and end with an election. It continues, so that on a day-to-day basis we are able to hold government to account and ask them, you promised ABC, are you delivering it? Azimio, you promised that you're going to give us Babacare, Inua, Jamii, one country, one product, MSMEs. How are you delivering it? Kenya Kwanza, you said you're going to give us a hustler fund, achieving 100% national health insurance fund, ensuring the two-thirds gender rule is actualized, etc. How are we going to be able to track on a day-to-day basis that this is happening, and how is either government going to account to the citizen that we are doing this in a way that is measurable? And that is why, even if they do not do it as a country, we need to be having a conversation about indicators of governance, because these are all aspects of governance on which they are promising to deliver. So we must be able to say, even from a civil society perspective, if the parties are not doing it, we need to be able to say, how do we measure, how do we track within the 5-year period, how do we track that these governments or that the government is delivering on its promises? Because that is the only way that the citizens are going to be able to say that, look, they are delivering, and also hold them to account on a day-to-day basis.